Hello, welcome to a quick recap of night one of the Best of Super Juniors 2019 tournament with Block A starting tonight. 5 matches, going to go straight into it, starting with TAKA Michinoku versus Tiger Mask. Now these guys are ring veterans, they've been around a long time, got a long history together. It's quite a low-key start to this tournament really, but it was a good solid match. One bit I did particularly like is TAKA Michinoku showing signs of picking up a few tricks from Zack Sabre Jr., his Suzuki-gun stablemate. Now, obviously stables are massive in Japan. Taka probably not going to go very far in this tournament, same with Tiger Mask, but whoever they're in the ring with, they are perfectly capable of putting on a pretty solid display. Up next was Kanemaru against Titán, the luchador. He's only in his early 20s, and the heel master Kanemaru showed why he's called the heel master pretty early on, trying to rip off the mask before the match had really got started, but it soon picked up as a very different style from the previous match. This was more of a traditional sort of heel on top, the face trying to come up from beneath. Kanemaru was on top for a lot of this match, but I thought Titán looked really good when he had his moments in his big spots, and his weird submission pin that he used to finish looked great and is very different to the sort of one you normally see. But the show really picked up next with Marty Scurll beating Jonathan Gresham. This was essentially a Ring of Honor match, but I'd say Marty Scurll in Ring of Honor is not the same Marty Scurll you see in New Japan. He's much more serious here. And he had Brody King from Villain Enterprises ringside with him, but there was no interference or anything. It's just there for moral support. It's a clean win. They really, especially on commentary, they really played up the finger snap that Marty does, that's saying Gresham couldn't really use his hands properly towards the end of the match. Now Marty won this match, but obviously if you keep up to date with being the elite, AEW, all of that stuff, who knows where he could go in the future, so I wouldn't expect too many big victories and big pushes in New Japan until that's clear. It was a fun match though, and I think obviously I don't expect Gresham to go particularly far in terms of the block, but he is a little bundle of energy, and I think he's going to surprise a lot of people if they're not familiar with him this year. Up next, we've got undoubtedly for me, the match of the night. Now, Shingo versus SHO. Obviously, SHO from Roppongi 3K, although he's now sporting a different look, had new music, so perhaps getting a singles push. If that's the case, I'd say this was coming out party against many people's favourite for this block, Shingo. I thought it was a fantastic match, to be honest. Shingo obviously looks like a heavyweight, or one who's maybe shrunk down a little bit height-wise, but I think a lot of people see him as someone that will dominate Block A, but at times it really felt like SHO would get the upset here. This was one of the most anticipated matches of the whole block, never mind tonight, and it really delivered. I think if you're big on your star ratings, this is at least easily a 4.5. They went just over 25 minutes and it was an absolute breeze. Didn't feel that long at all. I actually thought they might go the distance, get the draw, but it wasn't to be. But they've got history, especially since Shingo joined New Japan and joined LIJ. He's had a rivalry with R3K and SHO in particular, so there was a lot of hype for this match and it really delivered. And like I said, this could be SHO's coming out party as a single star, given that he seems to be moving away from Roppongi 3K style and look and becoming a bit more serious in his own right. Finally, the main event was Taiji Ishimori beating Dragon Lee. Now, Dragon Lee is of course the IGWP Junior Heavyweight Champion, so if he wins the tournament, he gets to choose his contender. But this was another excellent match. Kind of hard to follow the previous one. Crowd, it took them a little while to get into it as well, it felt like, but it was another excellent match. See, Taiji Ishimori was the IGWP Junior Heavyweight Champion until Dragon Lee beat him for the title in April. They had a rematch at the start of May, so maybe not as fresh a matchup compared to Shingo and SHO, who hadn't fought one-on-one before, but I think it was a pretty good outing for the pair. So after night one, we've got Tiger Mask, Titán, Marty Scurll, Shingo and Taiji Ishimori all on 2 points. And I think if you haven't watched this show yet, I would definitely recommend Shingo versus Sho. For me, that was one of the best matches I've seen in a while. And beyond that, the two either side with Gresham and Scurll and Taiji Ishimori and Dragon Lee. Different styles, but 3 very solid matches. So, can't wait for night 2. So in Block B, we've got Ren Narita versus Doki. 2 late replacements for Al Desperado and Flip Gordon, with a broken jaw and visa issues respectively. Rocky Romero versus Robbie Eagles of the Bullet Club. Bandido versus El Fantasma of the Bullet Club. Will Ospreay against Bushi, which I think could be the match of the night tomorrow. And Taguchi versus Yo. We'll see whether he has quite the same showing as his R3K stablemate Sho. But yeah, until then, goodbye.